Hello everyone, this is Body Quapping, so welcome back to Let's Play Coffee Talk 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly, where we're continuing on speaking to our friend Jorji. We just gave him the coolest drink ever. It's like a flaming drink that supposedly, hopefully will help him deal with his spooky situation that he's been dealing with all this time. Thanks. Man. At least with crooks, you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparitions. Oh? Who's this? Not with that attitude. Huh? A hard-boiled advice. Unlock conversation with Detective McQueen? Who the frick is this? Is this a ghost? A detective ghost just appeared in my shop? What? Huh? Oh my god, this new character all of a sudden. He looks cool. Hey! Okay! I wonder what we had to do in order to unlock this, or was this just gonna happen regardless? Huh. Whew. Excuse me. I just see how cute and little Jorji looks compared to everybody else. Oh no, new character. Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. I like this zoom out. Oh, he actually recognized him. So he knows him? McQueen? Is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. Huh, it is you. The surprises just keep coming this week. Let me go over there. You know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. Brunch buddies? Brunch buddies. I feel like I meant to say brunch buddies in that same serious tone. But I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. What? I feel you. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive. What? Did you have to deal with a whole bunch of seniors fighting you for a seat at a restaurant for brunch? Because I heard they get very serious about that. We were truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt. I'll just take both of your words for it. So he's not a ghost, okay. Good. But he just came in silently. I didn't hear the door or anything. Because I don't like to talk about it. So, what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh. Well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Ben about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day. Ah, I remember that. Huh. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's true. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times, it's ghosts. Oh my gosh, this character is interesting. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think, who else will do it? Nobody, that's who. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case we were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband, had recently passed away but wasn't moving on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exorcise the place, right? The husband, he's caught wind, and he's retreated into the basement. I won't get into the technicalities of it, but it's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. Okay. I mean, I get it. It used to be his home. All his stuff is still there. It's hard, I get that. So I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing, and the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Basic sensory illusions, classic ghost tricks. Ghost tricks! Oh, Coco just recently finished playing Ghost Trick, and it just reignited my love for that game so much. And they had just released like the remastered version, so it looks really good. Oh man, I wish they would make a sequel. Then before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at this pottery wheel. Oh my god. This is a total reference to the actual movie Ghost. Oh no. If you've never seen that movie, it's something. It's very 80s. I'm sitting at this pottery wheel and he's behind me and it's all romantic and shit. Wait, isn't this the plot of the 1990 movie Ghost? Oh, maybe. We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveted. You got called out. Oh, holy crap, all these new characters all of a sudden. See, but we heard him come in. We didn't hear this other guy come in. They look so big. So manly, brawly big men. They look like they could be siblings though, these two. Oh, new voices, stop. Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Did you get your important errand sorted? I sure did. Dooley, I can see crumbs stuck to your face. That's just the rain. It's very, bready rain. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give him the gumshoe. He feels like a gumshoe. Even though the other guy has more of a coat-like gumshoe, this guy's personality reminds me more of Gumshoe. And I never get to do Gumshoe voice for any character other than Gumshoe, so why not? It's very, bready rain. There's filling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed up, though. Sir, please stop. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. This man. I'm gonna cut your salary. Do it. Do it. Show him that you're the Edgeworth to his gumshoe. So, what a mess. We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Hey. Ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea. Never met one. We stopped a ghost riot. Pfft, ghosts aren't real. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah, well you said that they're just like us. That's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly. They used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Feel their culture. Listen to their issues and spectral wails. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside.
Which should be easy since you can see through them.
I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. Sorry, I listened to Markiplier and his friends Wade and Bob, and they have a podcast called Distractable, and they have an ongoing joke that's like, I don't believe in ghosts. Oh, everything's just reminding me of that podcast lately. It's best to not overthink anything, he says.
I certainly don't.
Well, thanks for the advice. Think it'll help. Our pleasure. This is like the weirdest part of this whole game. Like these random new characters that just feel like they don't fit in the universe, even though they do. I guess we're just so used to the supernatural stuff that these regular people talking about ghosts just feels weird. It's like, oh, you could have a spin-off, like, with new characters or something if you wanted. Now, Dooley, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here.
I already did.
Oh?
Turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi.
Instead of
taking it all the way to Seattle, yes.
Why?
The driver was a chupacabra. Chupacabra.
Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Dooley.
Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, coffee wizard.
Take care. That was weird. That was quite something. Well, what do you know, Ben? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1,000,000 now. I'm very glad you do. Thanks anyway, Ben. I really did nothing much. Are you going to be okay? Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next. I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. What a weird night. It felt very short, too. Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock and... What the? Oh. That was weird. Miss Riona, welcome. Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There is construction work taking place on Leonora Avenue. Oof. I can imagine the gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great. I'm happy you're here. So, anything I can make for you this evening? I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea, infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Alright, easy. Yeah, we don't get to use green tea much this time around, do we? I feel like we haven't used it at all. But tea with lemon and a touch of honey. Okay. Oh, I thought it was called, like, cough syrup before or something. Whatever. Midsummer Night's Dream. A cup of warm Midsummer Night's Dream for you, miss. Let's see. Anything else there? Riona got an update here. Self-summary. Singer Groover. Part-time. Cute. Anything else new? No. Man, Rachel hasn't come back yet, so she should come back a couple more times. Bailey's, Aqua, and... Oh, Myrtle, we're done with her? Huh. Okay. And Allah's due to come back as well. Anything else? And that's what we call it here. How whimsical. It's wonderful. Sweet but well balanced with the lemon, and the slight bitterness of the tea completes the taste. Thank you. You're so very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Jorji by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh? He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. I see. Would you mind doing me a favor? Oh? What do you need? Could you give my contact information to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so... Oh? An email address and phone number are written on it belonging to Riona Sheeran. Okay. What I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It is possible that I spoke more than was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing what happened to the tree. That's entirely understandable, though. But it is not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if he requires any assistance, please, do let me know. It is the least I could do, as I realize there would be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. Oh, I mean because Officer Jorji is a human, and we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information. As such, I understand what you mean. Okay. Oh, she's so cute. I just do not wish to incriminate anything or anyone. It's fine. I get it. I'm glad. I'd say you've already helped him out in more ways than one. Hmm? Sorry, did you say something? Is there someone there? Is there a ghost? The way she looked over there, and she seems distracted. I was zoning out a little. No, nothing. I'll pass this off to him. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Bad traffic aside, how are you? To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind as of late. And I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know I'm all ears. That may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid. But pardon? You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's troubling. Oh, I'm sorry about that? I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. She's just an extreme introvert who's been forced to be very social. You know? Midsummer Night's Dream, sweet and memorable like summertime blues. What song am I missing? It's just... I used to believe that I had settled life objective. But I have been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance, even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. I see.
She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I am thankful for.
That's very thoughtful of her. So, what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself?
In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network, to make myself known.
Oh?
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it.
I think so, but you could give me a refresher. Just so I don't misunderstand.
I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak.
But I think that's how most people are doing it nowadays, huh?
Right. She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact.
What would that be?
Well, oh, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really, really sure the so-called shortcut is 100% going to work. Because you'll have to do it way, way more than just to make a few phone calls and waiting for callbacks, you know?
I'd say that's a decent impression of her. I didn't even try.
Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. Then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting.
Right, I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then?
I don't know.
Is it difficult?
No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across, and being rejected by every single one. But for some reason, I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence, although perhaps it was more like a necessity.
Did something happen? Yeah, with him getting drunk, did you save him?
He was stuck.
Pardon?
Actually, he posted about it on social media last night.
Oh? I might have seen it. Oh! That dialogue there might not have happened if I didn't actually keep up to date on my social media.
Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud
All sounds in order?
and extremely drunk.
Really?
He denied it at first, but it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly, deep in thought, and entered Cary Park without realizing he had done so.
Must have been some deep thinking he was doing because I think it rained pretty hard last night.
Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m., which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, and he seemed to be unaware of it.
Right.
So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transit nearby.
Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab?
He told me he wanted to know the city better.
At midnight?
Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself.
Touché. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking.
Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different.
He was depressed.
It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction.
Oh. I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected.
Perhaps. And I know that feeling all too well.
Miss.
However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise.
That's good.
Is it, though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. How can they still be so positive?
What do you mean?
I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail?
It's life, unfortunately.
Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believed that, with the number of rejections I've received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I?
Right. That's why it doesn't work that way.
What do you mean?
To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards.
I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at that moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that?
Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all?
What do you mean?
Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies.
But it's not easy to climb these hills, especially if you've never done it before.
Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance, or assistance even.
Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still,
Miss Riona?
Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost. My thoughts.
You're fine, I promise. But speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call?
I picked him up and drove him home.
I ship it. It's cute. Whoa. But I thought you're located in Bellevue?
I am. But I still had unfinished business in the downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loudly nearing the end of our call, which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to go and fetch him.
I see. How was his singing, in your opinion?
It wasn't, too bad. If not for the fact that he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is.
Well,
His hoodie was soaked when I arrived, so he had to take it off before getting into my car. Thankfully, the water did not completely soak through to his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, I still had to lay down the seat covers as his fur got rather wet.
Hope you didn't get sick then. Aside from all that, was he okay? Considering the situation you mentioned earlier, I mean.
Well, he happily asked me to do karaoke with him, which I declined.
Probably for the best. Could have been entertaining, though.
I ended up taking him for a drive, though, as I needed to take care of my unfinished business.
A late night delivery?
No, I was buying a pie.
At midnight?
Yes. Why, concerned you may have a competitor?
No, not at all. Maybe a little bit. Well, we don't sell food, so...
Ben, we will be fine.
I sort of want to know, just so I can inform Officer Jorji about it.
Oh? Why?
His daughter loves pies. When his car was vandalized, Officer Jorji had plans to buy pies for his family's get-together, but the report took a while and the weather was bad. And by the time he was able to get a taxi, he thought everything was already closed. Oh yeah.
I see.
But he takes pride in being a Seattleite. So I wonder if he knows about it already.
Well, it is a very small kiosk attached to a pub. Very easy to miss. The spot is known as Disco Pie, and it serves fresh pies until 1 a.m.
Damn. That's awesome. Do you know how many times I have like a craving, especially on weekends, for a dessert at night? Like, I'm like, oh, I would love a cake or a pie right now. And nothing is open, you know? You would just have to go to like a freaking grocery store or something, and that sucks. You want like a real good homemade, like, homemade tasting at least, pie or cake. If I could find a place that was open that late, I'd be happy. I mean, I'm usually in bed way before that anyway, but still, I digress. Interesting. Good to know. Thanks. Getting back to the story, though. You both went for pies, then?
Yes, and that seemed to fascinate him for some reason.
What did you each get?
He ordered a slice of warm apple crumble with a scoop of French vanilla ice cream on top.
Yes, apple pie. Yes. I love it.
And a large cup of piping hot coffee with a little bit of milk.
Ouch. I feel betrayed. Truly.
Oh, but it was my suggestion since I thought he needed to warm up.
Double ouch.
I apologize.
I'll live. A little piece of advice, though. A glass of warm water might be better for the inebriated. Coffee's not the best at retaining fluids and thus preventing hangovers.
Oh, that's really good information to know. This is why you are the best barista, Ben. Thank you.
Okay, my feelings are hurt slightly less now. So sassy. And what did you get for yourself?
I had a slice of hibiscus blueberry mint pie myself.
Hibiscus blueberry mint? Whoever this person is clearly has similar style to you, Ben, because I've never heard of a hibiscus blueberry mint pie. Just blueberry pie, or even maybe the blueberry and mint, but hibiscus?
And just so you know, I did not order anything to drink.
Good. Drinks aside, what an interesting combination for a pie. How did you like it?
I enjoyed it. You serve hibiscus here too, don't you? I'll remember to order it next time.
Please do.
And so, we continued our conversation afterwards. That was when he told me he had not given up on his goal, despite the many disappointments with his team. He also told me why he does not drive at all.
Really? Why?
It is...
Personal? Shouldn't be sharing with me?
On second thought, it may be better to hear the story directly from him another time. I apologize.
No problem. I understand. I'm just naturally nosy.
We also discussed quite a few things we have in common.
Really?
Yes, surprisingly. And before we knew it, it was already nearing 5 a.m.
Must have been a gripping conversation.
I am not sure. However, his exhaustion seemed to finally catch up with him then, so I drove him home.
Weren't you tired as well?
No. I should go now.
Alright. Will you be okay?
I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Ben.
No problem at all. Anytime.
Have a good evening then, Ben.
Come back soon again. Cute. Her and Lucas are definitely gonna end up together, right? But even if they don't, it could be a cute little platonic friendship thing. The detox tea, super bitter, sour, and spicy. Even if it's not detoxifying, you'll feel as if it is. Is this what we're gonna make for Lucas? Because he's gonna come over hungover? He probably really needs that. We have not made that yet. It looks like a lot of lemon. So tea, lemon, lemon. Alright, Friday, September 29th. We're definitely gonna save and end here, so... Let's see. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? Uh-oh. At least it's pretty. Researcher responds over alleged algae invasion. Dwarfira Tech teams up with Golemix Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. Oh, that's cute. Since when do we have a teddy bear there? Okay. I think we're gonna save right here. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.